David! Why am I getting a text from our landlord this morning? Rachel's voice cut through the apartment like a machete through sugarcane. She stood in the doorway of their small Bronx apartment, still her hospital scrubs from the night shift, her braids loose around her shoulders, phone thrust forward like evidence at a trial.
Baby, good morning. Don't baby me. She stepped inside, letting the door slam behind her. Mr. Kowalski says we are 2 months behind. 2 months, David. He says if he doesn't have something by Friday, we're getting a notice. Her Ghanaian accent thickened the way it always did when she was furious, each word landing like a gavel. I have been working 12-hour night shifts at that hospital. 12 hours, David, on my feet, cleaning up after people. So tell me something. Where is the rent money?
David set his fork down slowly. I can explain, he said quietly. You had better explain very well. I invested it, he said. The room went very quiet. Rachel blinked. Once. Twice.
You what? 6 weeks ago, my guy Tunde, you remember Tunde from church? He came to me with an opportunity. Crypto arbitrage. The returns were, David, please tell me you did not give our rent money to Tunde from church. It wasn't just Tunde. There were 12 of us. Professionals, smart people, Rachel, engineers, doctors. How much? He was quiet.
How much? 4 months. I put in 4 months of rent. She sat down on the sofa beneath the kente cloth, her hands folded in her lap. Her eyes went somewhere far away, maybe to Accra, maybe to her mother's kitchen, maybe to a version of her life where she had made different choices. Is it gone? She asked. The platform froze withdrawals last week. Tunde says...
Tunde says. She laughed bitterly. Tunde says. David, Tunde drove a Camry 3 months ago. What is he driving now? The silence answered her question. Rachel called her cousin Ifwa, who wired enough for 1 month's rent from Atlanta without a single question asked, only saying, I told you about those Nigerian men and their investments. David spent 2 sleepless nights on the phone with Tunde, then with a lawyer Tunde's church friend recommended, and finally with the FBI Cyber Fraud Division, where a tired agent took down his report with the weariness of a man who had heard the same story 4,000 times before. The money, all of it, was gone. Dispersed across 12 different digital wallets, routed through servers in Eastern Europe, untraceable and unrecoverable. David sat at their kitchen table at 2 a.m. and stared at a spreadsheet of their finances and felt, for the first time since he landed at JFK, completely and utterly lost. It was Rachel who found him there. She stood in the kitchen doorway, in her oversized University of Ghana t-shirt, hair wrapped, eyes tired. She looked at her husband, this man who carried the weight of 2 families back home, who sent money to Enugu every month without fail, who prayed every morning on his knees by the bed. And she felt the anger shift into something more complex. She pulled out a chair and sat beside him. Show me the numbers, she said. Rachel, you don't have to. Show me the numbers, David. They sat together until 4 a.m., rebuilding the budget line by line. Efua's loan, the emergency fund they had kept hidden in a credit union account that David, in a rare moment of restraint, had not touched. A payment plan they would propose to Mr. Kowalski in the morning. Rachel would pick up 2 extra shifts. David would return to driving Uber on weekends, the thing he swore he had left behind forever,
the thing that had calloused his hands and his pride in equal measure. When they finally finished, Rachel closed the laptop and looked at him.
I am not going to tell you it's okay, she said, because it is not okay, David, not even small. I know. I need you to hear me. I did not leave my mother, my sisters, my country to be evicted from a Bronx apartment because of a Ponzi scheme. I know, Rachel. But, she exhaled slowly, the way his own mother did before delivering a verdict, you are my husband, and we are not going to fall. You hear me? We are not going to fall. She stood up, placed her hand briefly on top of his. Come to bed. We will fight again tomorrow. David and Rachel walked together to Mr. Kowalski's office on the ground floor. David carried a money order for 1 month's rent and a written proposal for the second. He wore his good blazer. Rachel wore her quiet dignity like armour. Mr. Kowalski, a 60-year-old Polish man who had been a landlord in the Bronx for 30 years and had seen nearly everything, looked at the money order, then at the proposal, then at the two of them standing side by side. He accepted it. Walking back upstairs, David reached for Rachel's hand. She let him take it. I'm sorry, he said. And the way he said it, without qualification, without explanation, without the but that African men so often attach to their apologies, told her that something in him had genuinely cracked open. I know, she said. She did not say, it's fine. She did not say, I forgive you. Not yet. Forgiveness, she knew, was not a single moment, but a long road, and they had only just turned onto it. But she held his hand. And in the Bronx, with the morning traffic howling below and the smell of someone's egusi soup drifting down the hallway, that was enough.